I played GTA 1 for the first time. I got tired of waiting for GTA 6 and wanted to see where GTA began. These are the worst sound effects I've ever heard, oh my god. GTA 1 actually has some parts better than GTA 5. Firstly, you have 8 main characters to pick from. Go Bubba. Are they all the same and have no difference between each other? Not even like a little color change? Yes, but it's the thought that counts. I feel like I've picked someone different even though it's the exact same person. So purely for the fact that they gave you that illusion, GTA 1 gets the point for me. Let's start with the way missions are handled. So the way you get your mission is to go to these payphones, which is terrible because they kind of feel like you've been given a random thing to do in the city. They have that same feeling that you get when you're doing a side quest. Piecing this story together is as hard as piecing a Dark Souls story together. All I remember is that there's some dude called Bubby. Don't ask me what he does. But there are a couple things I do like with these missions. You can just straight up fail them.
Mission failed.
You have to pick up the car and blow up. Okay, I'm sorry. I get it again. Use the truck in South Nixon Island. Wait, this isn't the same mission I was doing. You can't do them again, which I think adds to the immersion. You miss that phone call you only have 20 seconds to get to, too bad. However, you can also have the issue of the game just messing you up and now you can't finish it. No, hold on, I can't move. I can't move anymore. Well, I guess I'm not finishing this mission. I'm not getting in the truck. I can see the vision they went for. It's just not as smooth as it could be, but I still enjoyed it. Secondly, you get a lot of freedom in what you can do with these missions. In current Rockstar titles, you have to do the mission exactly how they want you to. If you don't, you gotta restart. Here you can do it any way you want, as long as you complete the objective. Tony's on his way, make sure he gets the pickup. Okay. Hey Tony. Where you going with that actually?
Mission complete.
Oh, can I kill Tony? Tony's dead. Then we have side missions, which do exist in the game surprisingly, except they're done terribly. So in this game you have a pager. Half of you probably only heard that word once, just like me, because the game is that old. So on your pager, this is where you'll sometimes be told things, and this is the way you get your side missions. Once you've been told what it is, you gotta remember all of that. And if you forgot, you can't check anywhere. So I feel like that was definitely a misstep, so I think the story and missions are the weakest part of the game. Let's get into the gameplay. The gameplay for a 1997 game is actually pretty solid. I mean, you can see there is vehicle damage in this game too. Or like, I'm pointing at it like you can see it, but like, they have the most innovative gameplay feature I still have yet to see in any other game. The vault slide. But not just any vault slide. This dude was sliding inside of whole buses, just phasing right through them, which is pretty much the only way you can make any distance between you and the police. The hand-to-hand combat revolves around one punch, so there's no weaving nation in this game, but the civilians in this game are all heavyweight champions. I was in a whole fist fight with this dude and he just refused to go down. GTA 5, what can you do in that game, let's be real. Most people just drive around, shoot a few people and hop off all within 5 minutes. GTA 1 you can do all of that and get into a fist fight without them knocking out in 2 hits. The driving in this game actually isn't too bad, it's just the camera that makes it the worst experience you could ask for. After a certain time, it just hurts to look at. So getting into a police chase driving wise actually feels fairly decent, as well as the police AI itself being somewhat competent. It's not spawning in out of nowhere like Cyberpunk, they actually take their time to get there. They'll chase you in and out of the car, they'll shoot or arrest you, typically going for the arrest even when you're at 4 heads. Yes, 4 heads. Stars weren't a thing in this game yet, and for some reason, they went to level 4 to be the highest. They scale up similar to how they do it now. You eventually have the blockades and more police cars chasing you. That's as hard as it got.
Yeah, buddy, you're done.
I could not get away from that. But genuinely, if you have more than 1 policeman running after you, good luck. Oof, that was close. No, always 4 is like I fail. Unless you have a car, you have to be utilizing that vault slide, and even then, sometimes it might not work. You're all running at the same speed, you can't lose them. Hold up, you wanna shoot him? Oh, what's that? You missed them by 1 pixel? You've missed. You can't be doing the 180 flick and hitting them as they're chasing you. Maybe you wanna get into a car. Well, too late, they're already dragging your soul out of it. It ain't no GTA 5, but that's what I mean by the police AI is actually pretty solid. Oh, okay. Sure.
What did you say?
He hit me once and shot me and it's done. But how do you get away from him? You can't change your license plate, which I think is kinda cool. I'm not sure if you can drive away from him because I've tried that and it didn't end well. The only other way I lost them was by completing a mission. So I'd love to see them add another option to lose police whenever GTA 6 decides to eventually come out. The weapons and items I experienced were pretty fun. So there's no gun merchant or anything, instead you've got these random boxes placed on the ground, which kind of give off that arcade game effect. They've got your standard pistol and submachine gun, but then they have a little fun with it. They give you a submachine gun with infinite ammo for 15 seconds, and if you get enough money, then you get a bonus. That definitely takes away from the realism, but it's fun, and that's what I'm looking for when I play a game. You can find a get out of jail free card like we're playing Monopoly. In a series that is dealing with flying cars and ray guns, a get out of jail free card caught me off guard the most. I think all it did was stop me from losing money, but that was a nice feature nonetheless. You can turn your car into a whole bomb as an actual game mechanic. I can't make a joke in this section, but yeah, exploding cars. These fun little features they have just add some nice variety to things you can do in this game. However, the one thing that confused me the most was the fact that they gave you lives in an open world game. So you can't just keep going and doing whatever you want, because once you lose all your lives, you get your stats and you're done. GG's. I was so confused when it happened because I have never played an open world game with lives before. Oh, I lost all my lives. I was like, what happened? I lost all my lives, okay. You can find extra lives in these boxes, but I'm not sure how often you can get those. So that felt a little unfortunate. The last thing I want to talk about here is the open world. When it comes to open worlds, Rockstar aren't the best because they go for map size instead of map density, which is one thing I hate about open world games, despite them being my favourite type of game. We have made our biggest game yet. Half the map is going to be empty, but hey, it's big, that's all that matters, right? Somehow they peaked with San Andreas with the things you can do in that game because GTA 5 is very barren. In GTA 1 it's the exact same thing, but the map is smaller. Although I can excuse it because this game was made in 1997. But regardless, the thing I like about this open world is that it remembers. Damn, there's still a blood splatter there from when I ran the guy over. That's attention to detail right there. You see this random blockade I drove over? It's still broken even when I left and came back to it. It's those small details you gotta appreciate. There's no minimap or even an option to check a map, so I'm not really sure how big the world is, but it feels like you get a lot of space. But I actually like that. I often choose to play without a map nowadays because it just makes me feel more immersed and appreciate the world more. And driving and walking around, all you get is an arrow pointing you in the direction you'd like to go. It's simple but it works very well. Overall, it was a fun experience. Good luck trying to beat this game without crashing or losing all your lives. If you want something different for a GTA game, this is the game for you. They could genuinely take some pointers from their first game, just more variety and things you can do. Would I play it over GTA 5 though? Definitely not. My story.